Hi guys, Jackie here with Effectus Athletics, and we're going to have a short and sweet conversation about carbs and how they're going to help you increase your performance and therefore increase your results in the gym. So carbs literally are the single best energy source for your body, and basically what that translates to is when you have what your body needs and your body has energy readily available, you're able to come in here and hit your workouts hard, therefore increasing and getting a better training stimulus. The other good thing about carbohydrates is they're huge as far as helping you recover from your workouts, so that again you can the better that you're able to recover, the easier it is for you to come in here more often. So when recovery is really high, that means you're able to train more often, and training more often leads to creating that consistency that you need to generate muscle growth. Lastly, carbs allow you to train harder. So not just being able to train more consistently, but when you have carbs or sugar in your bloodstream readily available, you're able to train harder. And when you're able to train harder in your sessions, you're able to create a larger stimulus for your body to want to create more muscle. The other thing with carbohydrates, so they're best taken pre and post workout. The closer that you are to your workout, the less fiber and the less fat that you want to have mixed in with your carbs, just because it's going to slow down the digestion process. So the closer, like if you're within like a 30 minute window of working out, you're going to want it to be really simple carbohydrates, stuff that's really starchy or like high glycemic index carbs. If you're doing an extremely long workout, like maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours, you might want to consider like a sports drink that's going to have some simple sugars in it, so that you're able to train hard for that long session. So maybe sipping on, it's one of the few times, like if you're going to train for 2 hours, that I recommend maybe sipping on like a Gatorade. We also have these little pouches that Fit Aid makes as a good little snack if you're having a longer session as well. Things just to consider. But if you're just doing a 1 hour session, you don't need carbohydrates in the middle of your workout. But for those of you that like to do CrossFit class and then followed up with a barbell class or our strength club afterwards, you're definitely going to want some carbohydrates in between those two classes. Also, other things about carbohydrates. It's huge for combating your body wanting to release cortisol. So we know that working out, it is a stressor on the body, and usually your body's way of combating some of that stress is releasing cortisol. So one of the ways that you can kind of combat that is by eating some carbohydrates post-workout. Some of my go-tos are rice and or sweet potatoes. Avoid things like fruit. There's very few fruits that are going to work to your benefit pre and post workout. The type of sugar, fructose, is just not ideal carbohydrate for pre and post. Besides, your few exceptions would be like banana or dates. Other things to know, carbohydrates for most of us are going to make up about 40-45% of your total calories for the day, just depending on how active you are. And then lastly, if it's important for you, a lot of us probably don't know that glycogen is stored in muscle. So glycogen is just like a form of sugar that we want available in your bloodstream when you're working out. So it's a good idea to, like I said, have some like simple starches or simple sugars or carbohydrates before you work out, so that you have glycogen available in your bloodstream. Because if you don't, what your body has to do is break it down from muscle. So glycogen is also stored in muscle cells, and so it's very counterintuitive for your body to have to break down muscle to get glycogen to give you energy for your workout. So it's a really good idea to make sure that you don't come to a high intensity, and again I'm stressing, don't come to a high intensity workout on an empty stomach without have eaten any carbohydrates recently. Just simply like the presence of high glycogen levels in the muscle turns up muscle building machinery in that cell. So a lack of glycogen is going to turn down muscle building machinery in that cell. So again, if your goals are to come in here and put on lean body mass, get stronger, perform well, it's going to be huge that you make sure that you take some carbohydrates before class and then carbohydrates after class to help you recover. If you have any questions on this concept or not sure what carbohydrates to eat, make sure you reach out to one of your coaches. We're happy to give you a list of some good carbs pre and post workout. See you in class, guys.